y'all, I'm your host, LaQuandra Rhodes, and this is Talks with Q show. Let's get ready for the couch to talk about it. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Talks with Q, a space created for you all to feel safe and loved. I am your host, LaQuandra Wilson. On this episode, this is a Mother's Day edition. As you can see, I did one last year with my mom and it went so great. So I decided to ask my followers, who do they think would be a great host for this Mother's Day edition? You all know her. You all love her from Augusta. And some of y'all know her from just her being on social media with her family. I can't wait for you all to meet her. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Talks with Q. As you can see, I have a special guest. She is a great mom, a teacher, a great wife, content creator, a great friend, and overall an amazing person. Give it up for my guest. Yay! Toni Walton. Are you excited?
I am.
I'm so glad you came.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
I feel honored.
Yes, like when they mentioned you, I was like, yep. Yep. Because I could not think of nobody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why didn't you think of her? Like, duh. But yes, I'm excited.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so just tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, then we're going to get into everything.
All right. So my name, again, is Toni Walton. I'm actually from Augusta, Georgia. I'm 34 years old. I am, like she said, a mom, wife. Have been married for going on 8 years this year. We have 3 beautiful children, with our youngest being 8 months old. So it's been a little chaotic. Yeah. I'm also a teacher. Been teaching for 11 years and absolutely love it. So I'm just, going with the flow. Life is lifing, and I'm just enjoying the moment.
And God is God.
Yes, and God is God. That's for sure.
Okay, so I like to do a little icebreaker.
Okay.
To get us going. So it's this and that, but I wanted to do artist edition.
Okay.
Music edition.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Escape or SWV?
SWV.
Okay. Okay. Chris Brown or Mario?
Chris Brown.
Okay. You going to a concert?
Nah, I don't really do concerts like that. My sister's going, but
okay. I'm so excited.
It's so loud. I can't. It's too much.
Yeah.
A little too much for me. But
I haven't been in a while since New Edition, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I literally have not been to a concert since Lil Bow Wow. That's how. Lil Bow Wow, not Bow Wow. The Lil Bow Wow.
Okay, so
it's been a long time. See, I just don't do them. I don't.
I'm so ready. Okay, I feel like
I know it's gonna be good though. I'm
yes. Okay, Aaliyah or Beyonce?
Oh, man, that's a hard one. Yeah. Why you do me like that?
I had to do some good ones.
Oh my gosh, they gonna get me. I'm gonna go with Aaliyah.
Me too.
I love Aaliyah.
She was that girl. I feel like she planted the way.
She did.
For that,
she
definitely
paved the way.
Yeah, she walked so the rest can run.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
That part.
That's true. Okay, it's a little old, but you might know though, because you're a little older than me. Earth, Wind, and Fire, or Isley Brothers?
I gotta go with the Isley Brothers.
Oh yeah, they got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
go with
they came. They started. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this one. This one is fun. Megan Thee Stallion or Glorilla?
Oh, I'm a Glow. I gotta go with my Glow. Big Glow. I gotta go with Glow.
Yes, I love her.
Yes.
I love her. That girl is funny too.
She is.
Okay, this is good. They more, I don't know. Okay. Missy Elliott or Queen Latifah?
I'm gonna have to go with Missy Elliott. I mean, she's just so unique. Like, she's just so deep. Like, her stuff is. I love her, the culture of her music. It's just
she been ahead of the time.
Yeah, it's just exactly
like if you think about it, in the 90s, she was doing stuff now.
Yes, now that you say, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was hard. 'Cause I was like, who could? Because I like Queen too.
Yeah,
like she that girl,
right?
Like she more chill. That girl.
She is. Yeah, she is.
Okay.
She definitely is.
Okay, I got 3 more. Jodeci or Drew Hill?
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
That's good.
Oh, see, this is good.
Yeah, I know it's music.
Ooh,
Who we
I'm
got?
gonna have to go with Drew Hill. I love Drew Hill.
Okay, I love Drew Hill. That's. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew Hill.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This one is good. This one is good. Usher or Tank?
We gotta go with Usher.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
love me some Usher now.
Now this goes. I'm gonna see if we gonna be friends after this. After this last one. You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Boys to Men or New Edition?
Now, why you gotta do that?
What we got?
I gotta go with the New Edition.
Okay. Boys to Men has some hits, but New Edition.
New Edition. I love them.
And I told you I was front row. Like you don't think I was born? They was like, who was this?
Yeah.
Girl? Who was this little girl?
Was you born in this
All
time
the
era?
aunties, I was the front row. I'm talking about. They're my uncles. I call them my uncles.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So you did say that your wife, 3 kids. Let's get into the backstory of becoming a mom. So you have to tell us how you and John met.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because we are both from Augusta, Hephzibah, technically. And I feel like it's a small town, but obviously it's not.
It's like small but not.
Right.
What school did John go to?
He went to Glen Hills.
Well, I thought he went in Joseph.
No, so a lot of his family went to Josie.
See, that's where I'm getting it. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So his mother and father went to Josie, and a lot of his aunts, uncles, right?
Okay,
so,
that's what it is. Okay.
He was actually zoned for Cross Creek though, because he lived in Cambridge.
Okay.
And I stayed off the Farrington area.
Okay.
So we never like crossed paths or anything. I went off to college. He went off to college. We came back to Augusta, and I was just getting like settled with my job and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, I get this DM.
Oh.
He slid in the DM on Facebook,
Good.
and I was like,
Who this man?
Let me see, because the DM, all right, that's different. I haven't met
That's when
anybody.
the DM started. What year y'all met?
That was 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I'll give it a try. He cute.
Okay.
Right? So that was in November, and then he actually asked me out on a date, and we went out around Thanksgiving. And we went out on our first date, and I was like, okay, he comes with these roses at the door. Open the car door.
Well, you see what that is.
That part.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, this is different.
Yes.
Okay. So, he really he intrigued me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to give this a try.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
So, first date went wonderful. Took me home, and we have not stopped talking since. Like, it's just slid through the DM randomly, and I was like, we've never crossed paths. I didn't even know he was from here.
Right.
It was just wild. I don't even know how we became friends on Facebook.
I think when Facebook started, how we just started adding people.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, it's from a good. Okay, let me just add
right.
them. Yeah.
And it was like, I'm gonna like your picture. Then it was like a liking war.
That's
and
how you like seeing that little.
Yeah. And
like
the Pope. Back then when the Pope was.
Oh, the Pope.
Yeah.
Okay. He poked you.
I don't think so, but
he went straight to the DM.
He went straight to it, right? But yeah, calling me beautiful, and I was just like, you reeled me in. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
So, okay, because I graduated in 13. So it was like, what, 12 years y'all was been together? 10. 10? Okay.
Ooh, yep, it'll be 11 this year.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So when did you have the first child? So how was that? Like you found out you was pregnant. Was y'all married before then or afterwards?
So this is crazy. It's wild. So we got married. We got married December 2nd.
Okay.
And we were like, we're not going to try until we officially get married, you know? So it was like honeymoon, you know, having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I come back home, you know, just doing the daily routine.
Mm-hmm.
And his birthday happened to be January 4th. And that's literally a month after we got married. A month into,
Oh, y'all
you
got
know, a month.
straight to it.
Yeah.
All right, wait.
So I was like, I woke up for work.
Uh-huh.
Actually, he had just left work. So it was like 4 or 5 a.m. And you know, they say when you know, take the test early in the morning, it's more accuracy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? This could be a really good birthday gift if I am. So he had left for work.
Okay.
And I went ahead and took the test while he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know, can't be. Surely, I'm gonna just try it out.
Yeah.
Can't be. You know, it's my first time.
Oh, so you were
thinking
just
about
trying
pregnancy.
just
I was
to,
just like, I just
for
want
the
to
fun
see,
of it.
just for the fun of it.
Okay,
Because I knew
okay.
eventually we would have children. I had some
Right.
tests. Boom.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I was like, let me just try it out, girl. Them 2 lines.
I don't know if I would have
Girl.
fainted or been happy because I'm like, this was too fast.
I could not process.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
This is really this. So I literally called him.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't gone long. So I called him and I was like, come back home real quick. I didn't even tell him what it was. Come back home real quick. And he was like, okay.
I love
So
that
he
because he's
comes-
like, I'm about to come.
Yeah.
Ain't no on the way to work. I'm about to
Right.
turn
And it was
around.
his birthday, so he
Okay.
wasn't expecting anything other than, you know. So I was like, come back to work. Come back to the house. And he came back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed him the test.
What you say? I know was he excited?
He was just like, this
Stop playing.
is real. Happy birthday. Like, this is it. This is it. And that was that. It was January 4th,
Oh my God.
2018.
Dang.
That I found out I was pregnant. And we had to go out that night for his birthday with family. And usually I get me a little drink.
Oh.
Girl, I was just like, I'm not drinking. I ain't drinking right now.
Yeah, you don't even want to
You
try. Now
know.
people like, just you can be okay.
Yeah, we didn't tell anybody.
Right.
Because obviously we had just found out. It was very early.
Right.
But I was like, you know, I'm not going to drink right now. It's cool. But it was just like the thought of us knowing and no one else knew.
I love that. I love it.
It was amazing.
I love it. Especially when you just have something to yourself.
Yeah.
You can just, you ain't got to hear no.
Exactly.
I love
It
that.
it was a fun moment. It was very fun. But I was very shocked that it happened so fast.
Because
It was a month.
literally,
I was like, I am fertile.
that's
I am
good,
very
though.
fertile.
Because how old were you when you
I am
had the
very
first
fertile.
one?
I was 27.
Okay.
I had just had my 27th birthday. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all was just rocking and rolling. Decided.
yeah. It was, we had a good time.
A great time.
Great time.
Full of blessings.
Yes.
I love that. Okay. So I know you've been a mom of 3. How do you balance intimate time with your husband, personal life, kids, work, church?
How do I balance? I have a very great husband. I'm just gonna be honest. Like,
You do. Let me tell you something. You know, every time I see y'all,
yeah,
and not to cut you off, but just because you said that, he always been an inspiration of how I want a husband to be. Every time I said, Mama, right there. I said right there.
the epitome.
Yeah, I said right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
but keep going.
honestly, truly, like him being there, having a good partner, like that's how I balance.
That's good.
He gives me that time, you know, to if I have something that I need to do, he's like, babe, I got the kids.
Right.
Like I remember when I was working on my last degree, he was like, you know, just do what you need to do. I got it. That's honestly how I am able to balance, just having him as that support system. I take time to myself if I need to. I just make sure like the kids are good. I know I can't give 100 to everywhere, but
Right.
I do what's most important first. And, you know, as far as like work, I make sure that my work is done. I'm not staying too late because I have things that I have to do. I stay when I need to stay, but honestly, that balance comes from just having a great partner to be able to put this much into this, this much into that, and that's how I get it done. Like I don't feel like I just can't do. I can't do because he's there, and then also having a village besides him. You know.
Okay.
So I feel like I could do better with going out and having more me time.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it's like a guilt.
Oh, girl, I had to get over
mom
that.
guilt.
Okay, let me tell you. I'm a little younger than you, right? Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that secret. I always say, you know what? I don't ever want to get to heaven, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, dang, why I ain't do that part?
Right.
And I always heard someone say, the family is always going to be there.
Right.
Make sure you have time for yourself.
Right.
Because if you don't pour into yourself, you can't pour into everybody else. Yes. So I've learned to take the time. Even with Jay, I feel bad a little bit, but he's like, Mom, can we go outside? Can we go outside? But I'll be so exhausted. So now I learn to say no. I love you. And I tell him, hey, look, I love you. I'm tired. So we can't do today. I promise you tomorrow at 5.
Right.
I'm going to set aside everything so I won't be tired.
Yeah.
I'll take my little vitamins to make sure I got that extra,
That's what I need. I need to take a little vitamin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do that, and we good.
Right.
I lock it in with him. Right. I'm like, no,
yes.
I need
You need
time.
that time.
When it comes to my husband, the kids, man, no.
Yeah.
Even if you just go get some food, me working out, I work out now, make sure I work out, just have that alone time. Because once you do it, even if it's like an hour, you come back, you're like, all right, what we doing?
Right, exactly.
So, yes.
And I know like this past weekend, like John and I, we were just expressing like we needed that time. Like Friday was my birthday. We went out. My mom.
Friday was your birthday?
Last Friday.
I think I did.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But last Friday was my birthday. So John and I went out. We were able to have that time while my mom kept the kids. And then Saturday and Sunday, the kids were with John's parents. We were able to go out on 3 different occasions, just ourselves. And that was rare. Like, we don't 3 nights in a row.
That was a blessing.
That was extremely rare. And I just felt like, I woke up so rejuvenated.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we really needed this. And you don't really realize how much you need something.
Yeah.
Until you have it.
So do y'all like set like a time like on y'all calendar? Like, okay, just us, no kids, nobody else, like.
I really feel like it's more sporadic. He might say, babe, we need to go out. Or I might say, let's do this.
Okay.
Because it's 3 children that someone has to babysit.
And make sure they alive 24/7.
And with our youngest, I'm still nursing him too.
Okay.
And he doesn't stay the night anywhere yet.
Okay.
So that's another thing. So we have to factor that in.
Right.
So although he did go with his grandparents this past weekend, we picked him up for nighttime. Took him back next, just because he has to nurse. But we do have at least once, we have a month, we have our time where we can just set aside and be in tune with each other.
Right.
And we do like check-ins, like, babe, how are you doing? Yes. Especially like pillow talk, those check-ins and all of that. So, and we're trying to get this last one out the bed so we can have, more time.
Right.
Okay. But yeah.
Okay. I see you are a 2nd grade teacher. So how do you balance of having that motherly love for your students and setting like boundaries? Like, okay, y'all. So how do you bring that motherly love to like your students?
Okay. So honestly, we have that mother's intuition. We're born with it. Like, honestly, it's just there. And you have to be passionate about this because you have to have the patience. Honestly, truly. That's several personalities. And, like, you have, honestly, you have to let them know that you're there and you have to build that respect and that trust. But they just know, like, Miss Walton is serious at this moment and Miss Walton is playful at this moment. And I tell them, I'm going to have our playful moments, But when I'm serious, I'm serious. And
Right.
honestly, like, they're still babies.
Yeah.
So it's just
Second
natural
grade.
for me
Second grade, right?
It's just natural for me to love on them. Like the morning hugs, I do
Mm-hmm.
that with my own children. When they're upset or they're sad, consoling them,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out what's going on. It's just so natural because I have littles, and I've learned, like, I'm actually seeing, like, it's like tunnel vision. I'm seeing what my kids are going to be like when they become that age. So I have to meet them where they are and think about how, what would I do in this moment and situation with my own child.
Okay.
So it's just, honestly, it's like innate. Like you're born with it. So they know, like, when Miss Walton is serious, like we have to get going.
Yeah.
So it comes natural because I guess my children are so small, and I've learned, like, I feel like my second graders have kind of calmed me in a sense where, you know how it's different with your own kids where you might have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found that at school I know how to handle a certain situation, and then at home I can do the same thing. So it's like I don't have to. It's even balance. Like, I might I had to talk to Joy today, about doing what she's supposed to be doing in school. And I'm I was like, you are a leader. And
Not a follower.
I just got to her level. And I'm like, you are a leader. And I would tell my own students that. Like, it's just something natural. So I'm not, it's not a dog and pony show. Like, I'm going to do whatever I do to my kids, to them too.
Yep.
So that's just how it is.
Okay. So someone asked me this question. I wanted to ask you because I feel like with motherhood, we talk about the glitz and glam.
Yeah.
What do you dislike about motherhood?
What do I dislike about motherhood?
Because I have my moments and I'll be like, look, you about to get stuffed in the closet.
What do I dislike about motherhood? They really think that they can, for example, having children at your own school, working with them, they really try to embarrass you.
Oh.
So the embarrassment moments, I don't care for those. Like, you think that you can act this way because it's people around.
Okay.
That I don't like. I don't like having to clean up every 2 seconds after I just cleaned up.
You're about to get put out.
You gotta. But that's another one. Like, oh my goodness, the cleaning. It's the cleaning for me.
I was glad when Jay got to this age where he can clean up.
Yes.
Clean his room. He make up his bed. Be
That's
a little
good.
raggedy, but he be doing it.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've gotten to that point where they know to clean their rooms. They know we're practicing. Remember to clean up after yourself.
Okay.
Just because they're kids, they're like, Mama gonna do it. Daddy gonna do it. So just making sure that they have their own responsibilities.
Yeah.
That's the part.
So you know what's crazy? I started Jay his responsibility at 1.
Oh, I like that.
After I changed his diaper, I tell him trash can. And I started teaching him to take his own diaper to the trash can.
I like
and
that.
people look at me like I was crazy. But now it shows. He's very clean.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because you set that tone, that establishment. So
okay.
I like that.
So what's one advice you would give a mom, new mom or seasoned mom?
Some advice I would give new moms and seasoned moms. I would say, you may not feel like you're doing a good job, but your babies, when they look at you and they trust in you and they're loving on you, you got it. Like, you got this. It might be sometimes where you just feel like all the walls are caving in on you, but when you see them and they smile and they feel like you're like Joy will say, Mommy, you're the best.
Jay would say that. Oh my God.
Like little things like that. After I was just thinking about, oh my God, I'm just gonna go crazy.
Right.
It's just like, you really think I'm the best?
Like me? Out of all people?
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I didn't feel my best 2 seconds ago.
Right.
And it's just like, keep going. Like,
Okay.
Because they're looking up to you.
And it's just probably that one moment that you need. And just
Right.
like, dang, okay. We could try it again.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so my last question, if you had the world's attention for 5 minutes, what would you tell them?
If I had the world's
The
attention.
world's attention. That's my favorite. That's like my main question of the show.
What? If I had the world's attention, what would I tell him? You got me on that one.
Yeah, I think I'll get everybody on that.
If I had the world's attention, what would I tell him? I would probably say, if there's nothing on earth that I've done correctly, I'm going to be a bomb mom. Like, that's just it. That's just it.
Okay, I love that. So if I had the world's attention for 5 minutes, I would say, since this Mother's Day edition, I will tell the moms, keep going.
Yep.
You are great.
Yep.
You are that girl.
Yep.
And don't let nothing stop you. And don't let them kids drive you crazy.
Please don't. You got this. You
Yes.
got it. You might not feel like you have it, but you have this.
Yes.
You got
I
it.
love that. Okay. So where can the listeners find you?
They can find me. I'm on Facebook, like
I
social
would
media,
say social
or-
media.
okay.
I know y'all have y'all TikTok.
Yes, so
now. Y'all starting that.
So the
Yes.
Waltons plus more on TikTok. I'm trying to get more followers, so please
Follow them.
follow the Waltons plus more. Also on Instagram, Toni.Walton, and Facebook, Toni Walton. So that's where you can find me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. So my last thing is that I've been trying to do is give my guests their flowers. So I just want to say that you are great. You are amazing. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget that you are a great wife, a great mom, even when life be lifing.
Yes.
And I know that I wish the best for you guys' content as well.
Thank you.
I'll be watching y'all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Bring
appreciate
it
it.
in. I'm so glad you came.
I'm so glad. I was like, I feel honored that you thought of me.
Like, you were perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you were so perfect. Like, when they tagged you, I was like, why didn't I was like, duh. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, you were perfect for it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you came.
I really appreciate it.
All right, y'all. That is it.
Bye.
All right. Today's episode was really good. One thing that I learned is that don't forget to always know that you are doing great as a mom. You are that girl. And again, don't let those kids drive you crazy. Take one day at a time. And just know again that you are doing great. Also, you guys can follow me on all platforms at laquandra.jpg, laquandra.jpg on all platforms, and also follow our social media at Talks with Q Show on all platforms as well. Thank you again for watching. I love you guys and have a great day. Bye.